Fans of this channel are no doubt familiar with my award-winning coverage of Pokémon Rumble, Nintendo's weird clockwork brawler thing that hit the WiiWare service a couple years ago to little to no fanfare. Alright, by award-winning I mean Eric awarded me a hamburger after I gave him money and he was going to get burgers anyway, but it felt good at the time. Pokémon Rumble was all about low-res, kinda blocky representations of Pokémon doing what they do best, beating each other up with more simplistic, action-based mechanics. Didn't exactly set the world on fire. But perhaps it wasn't the fault of the interpretation. Let's give it another try. Pokémon Rumble was, despite its rather novel design, alarmingly linear and shallow. You start with a Rattata, you collect other Pokemon as you rumble throughout 6 stages, each one you find seems a little stronger than the last one, and then you do a battle royale and you win. That's pretty much all there was. Blast takes that as its baseline, but proceeds to build a much different experience with the tools given. Now, instead of an enclosed plaza, you have a world to roam, NPCs to interact with, and a quest to complete. Retrieve the health-restoring glow drops from the shady characters what absconded with them. It's this new framing device that gives the game a bit more appeal, since it's no longer about playing with Pokemon in a new format, but completing a new form of adventure with strange mechanics. The combat itself feels like Pokemon is seen through a funhouse mirror. How it looks depends on where you're standing. If you think the standard Pokemon gameplay boils down to take turns, hit your opponent, you're going to think Rumble Blast is a step forward by allowing you to move around the field of battle, alternate between long and short range attacks, and all sorts of other improvements. It's a very active and fast-paced experience. On the other hand, if you know that it takes 136 speed EVs to allow Ninetales to outspeed Toxicroak, you're likely going to find issues all over this version. While type hierarchy plays a significant role and is crucial to dominating late-game play, certain aspects have been changed in the interest of fairness, even if you swear up and down that your Spearow shouldn't get hit by Earthquake. I know it's not supposed to happen like that, but it does. Each Pokemon you collect has room for 2 techniques, which can be changed by interacting with the distressingly random gumball machine-like structures in each town. Aside from the lack of invulnerabilities, again for the sake of fairness, the game recognizes concepts such as same-type attack bonus, and includes all the attacks of the original game in one form or another. Rumble Blast is its own set of abilities, though, which interact better with its own brand of combat. These aren't intrinsic to any particular Pokemon, but can be found randomly on befriended units starting in Chapter 3. I can appreciate building from the rather lackluster Wii version, but Rumble Blast seems to have engaged in some outright theft in this case. The music is lifted straight from the original, although the much longer quest proceeds to supplant it with its own respectable, if samey, soundtrack. The vast majority of the sound effects are the cries of the Pokemon themselves, all 646 that Nintendo have recognized, so no Keldeo, Meloetta, or Genesect for you. Yes, you can actually collect them all, or at least 3 short of all, as opposed to Rumble, which only featured the 1st and 4th generations of Pokemon. So, more plot, more Pokemon, more reason to actually play, just don't get a key winding cramp.